Hey guys, so this is Freddy. Freddy is golden red rump, and I have two of them. The other one is Geezy, and I'm hoping that Geezy is a female. Freddy, I found him on his back yesterday, about 2 hours before I started taking this video. He had made that sheet of web that he's laying on top of so that he could lay on his back and molt. This is a video I started when he began moving, and I had sped this up to 5 times the speed because it took about an hour and a half or maybe more for him to actually finish the molting process. So what you're watching right now is a sped up version of him getting rid of his exoskeleton. You're going to see some kind of jerky moves in this video. It's because I had to put it up on a couple of rolls of tape on his uh, cork bark. I guess that's regular bark, whatever the bark is that he uses for a tunnel. Um, I put the tape on there and I laid the phone on top so I can keep it still during this whole hour and a half. But as he started moving even more, and I noticed from the side that his new fangs and new chelicera were outside of the exoskeleton, I moved it down. As you can see right here, you see the white fangs, brand new fangs. They're very soft, and this is the reason why you don't want to have any kind of food in there with the tarantula during pre-molt, because you never know when it's going to start molting and be in this very dangerous state to have crickets actually eat it while it's soft. So there you have the exoskeleton coming up, being pushed up away from him as he's pulling all of his legs out of the shell. You see the brand new legs are a grayish looking color right now, and his chelicera and his fangs are right there staring at us, while the old ones are up above him. And you can see the difference. You see how fat. It's amazing. It's so amazing um, how much more of a spider is inside this other shell. But yeah, that's the reason why they get rid of it, because they're growing. And for a spider to molt like this, it takes a lot out of him or her. And you gotta try to not bother them at all, really. But I had to get the video of this, so I was really careful about not bothering him. Just a couple of things that I did. If you look inside his cave there, he has two legs that are spread wide, and underneath the actual wood of the cave, he managed to pull the front one out, and was able to pull a leg out of that one. But the second one behind it was still underneath that cave, and I did not want him to not be able to pull a leg out and wind up with only 7 legs. So you'll see a part of this video where I put a paintbrush in there and just kind of really lightly just move it away from that cave so that he can get his other leg out. And then another part of it is he was trying to get the exoskeleton off himself, and I reached in there and I pulled it, but the carapace, the part that's on the very back where their eyes are, that thing pops off first. Anyway, that carapace was underneath his abdomen, and I didn't want to like move him. I just wanted to take that thing out. So since it was still under his abdomen, I just kind of put the shell back on top and stopped the video. Anyway, here he is. Now you see that those grayish legs are turning like a dark black, which is really interesting. He's getting all of his fluids filling up those legs. and he's just about got the exoskeleton off of him. There'll be a portion of this video where it looks kind of cute. Like during the time that I was videoing it, I watched it for like 15 minutes. You'll only see a few minutes of it, but he kept hugging his old exoskeleton like he was, like he loved it and he didn't want it to leave him. That's just me though. I think I was going kind of crazy for this entire episode watching this happen. But it was really adorable seeing all of his 8 legs grab and hug the legs of the exoskeleton he got rid of. There's that part I was talking about. See, I just moved that leg out of there. That so much can go wrong in a molt. They can get stuck in the molt and die because they didn't get completely out. And there are these things called a wet molt, which is pretty much what that is, to getting stuck. And they just give up. They give up the ghost. So I wasn't gonna let that happen to him yesterday. It's a very interesting thing to watch. In 5 times speed, it's more interesting because you're not waiting for the next thing to happen. But there you have it. This is Freddy giving birth to himself, basically, and getting rid of his old shell. I think I talked too much. You can watch the rest of this, and at the end, I did include 2 photos. One of what he now looks like, nice and shiny, and everything's brighter. His abdomen is a brighter red, and his legs are, they're still dark, but I think they're going to be changing soon. And also, I took that exoskeleton and laid it on the wood that I used to cover my baby's jumping spider's tank. I got a slab of wood on that with some nylon so that they can breathe and not escape, right? So I took a picture of the exoskeleton. I fanned out the abdomen so you can see the book lungs. That you'll see 4 little white dots inside there. That's how they breathe. And then you see at the very tip, the very end of the abdomen, is the carapace that he popped off in order to pull himself out. It's pretty interesting pictures if you've never seen a molt and never seen the process of molting. But there you go. There's him hugging his legs, stretching out his legs, and getting used to the new body. Yeah, this is the part that I thought was adorable. Still waiting for him to get rid of the exoskeleton so he can actually turn over and I could see him. That wasn't so adorable because this lasted a good long time. But anyway, I'm complaining too much, aren't I? It's very interesting, the color change being more brilliant. And in this case, the color change being black like it is. I don't think, I don't know, I had a pink toe at one point, and when he came out, I don't think he was black like that. I think he came out the same kind of color, but just a more brilliant color than he was. And I know my jewel, the Carabiner Versicolor I have, oh wow, she was like amazingly brilliant colored when she came out. That was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. These golden red rumps, they have that white carapace on the top, and then they have a dark body, and then the reason why they're called a red rump is because their abdomen is red hairs. But yeah, he kind of looks like a little miniature Laszlo, being all black like that. Coming up now in about 2 minutes or so will be the end of it. I didn't get anything. I didn't get a video of him actually turning back over. That's why I included the pictures. Yeah, he kind of laid there for a while. I'm sure that, all that work of trying to push himself out of that exoskeleton wore him out, but I would have probably been laying on my back too. Right here, I thought maybe he was eating his foot, like, or trying to, like, get some juices from the tip. Just the way that he kept moving it towards his mouth. It was interesting to watch too. I don't know. I have never seen a complete molt in progress, because they usually molt. They hide when they molt, right? And then the next day, all of a sudden you see this exoskeleton, like, kind of pushed out of wherever they hid from. But I guess he had no other choice, because he was going to be too big for that cave afterwards. All right, just about 35 more seconds, people, and then it's over. Thanks for watching. And hopefully you learned something about this. Yeah, you see that? I couldn't pull the carapace away from his abdomen, so I put it back. Then I realized that I put it back, like, on top of him, so I think I went back in there and moved it again. There he is. Brand new.